ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Down 80! Watch the run!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Completes it to Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Let's go. 60 out now.
Check. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
On first down, Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jones hit and the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Look at the big man rumble. 30, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Check 13. Check 13. Back.
On 3rd down, Swift space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 17 yards and a giant first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Look at me, zipper. Go.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
218, chop.
Now a give, right side. Swift. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Swift. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Get on the field, defense.
Hey, Will. Hey, defense.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Brian Burns, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
57.
Round 80.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Completes it to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Throwing on first down is Allen. Completes it to Hardman. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Allen now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. His throw incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing Jones. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for the Giants. And even 50 yards. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Giants. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. This one caught by Isabella. He's got daylight past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Andy Isabella, 79 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What did we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These 2 teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jones now to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. He's uncovering what, the linebacker?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On third down, Jones. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. On first down, Swift. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Brian Burns in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Check. Both of the mic.
Hey, high 7.
Watch the curve. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check.
Ready?
Back to throw. Jones. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Four down.
Jones throwing on 4th down. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Chris Jones. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Alert. Check. 47. Here we go. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
On first down, Allen taking a deep shot here for, this is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Smooth. Mike 47. Cut.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Bravo.
47 Mike.
Allen going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
47 is the mic. Hey, get me Wakeman. Both 7's the mic.
Now Allen. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock. and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Here we go. Here we go.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
50, plant. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Defense.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It certainly wasn't one of the more conventional plays ever run, but it gained a first down, and they got the ball in the hands of a playmaker.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 37. Check 37.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Back to throw. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there, and you say, okay.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
We're back now in KC as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Jones now. Off play action. Big hold of the 30. He completes it to Tate. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Jones throwing on fourth down. He's got his man. This is Tate. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jones throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Let's go.
From the gun, Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, dude. Get it.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And a big loss here as he's taken down. O'Shane Zimenez in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. This is Coleman with a grab. Kansas City touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 19th touchdown now on the season. Now the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
You draw fortress.
SOS.
Hey, team 6. 2.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Swift trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
You got three. Three down.
Back, pilot, 64, weak. 5.
Jones now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 4th down, Jones. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
57. Hey, check. Watch time. Tight end. 52.
Bravo.
Hey, check. 3 down. Nice 57.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Looking to throw. Jones. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Alpha.
One set. Eyes up. One set.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. It's caught. Shepard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Ready,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Single.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had